On September 23rd, September 22nd in America, Holy Mother Han, Mother Moon, co-founder of the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, was officially arrested on an arrest warrant for charges related to bribing through a church official, a first lady, the former first lady of the South Korean government, as well as other political officials. And when I heard the news, I felt so down, very down, because how could this happen to someone like this? Someone who has been staunch in what she believes, her message, which is to build one human family under God, which is that God is our heavenly parent and that Jesus was the first human to become fully one with God, to be, in a sense, God himself. But then he was crucified. And then after 2,000 years, she and Reverend Sung Myung Moon, Father Moon, took up his mission. And she's being charged with bribery? It sounds almost as silly as when in 1984, Father Moon was convicted of tax fraud to the amount of $7,500 and was sentenced to 15 months in Danbury prison. Ridiculous. A religious leader with millions of assets didn't pay $7,500 in taxes? And here we go again. Mother Moon, Holy Mother Han, telling a church official to bribe the former First Lady of Korea with a handbag and to bribe other political officials? For what? A party that does not stand for the reunification of North and South Korea, the chief political goal of the Family Federation? It's very sad, and it's a lot to sort out. And there's a lot of political things going on with the special prosecutor and the former administration, which declared martial law in December of last year, and the raid on the other churches as well, such as the Yodu Full Gospel Church, the Far East Broadcasting Church, the Sarang Jail Church, by the special prosecutor, 3 of them happening in the same day, in addition to ours. And then you have other political figures such as Newt Gingrich, Mike Pompeo, denouncing this as an attack on religious freedom. And you have those who argue that the government is finally holding a corrupt political official, religious official, accountable for her actions and her illicit activities with money. But it shows ignorance. And I'm not saying that people can't question, but it shows ignorance of who this person is and what her situation is. She doesn't have to travel the world. She traveled the world 5 years ago at the cost of her health. Ever since then, she has not been healthy. Ever since that world tour in 2019, where she visited countries such as Cambodia, she visited Sao Tome and Principe, she visited South Africa, she visited America, of course, and she visited other countries as well, and held a world summit right before COVID, right in the sliver of time where she could. Her health has never been the same. She has trouble walking, her vision's slowly deteriorating, and just this month, less than a month ago, she had heart surgery because her heart wasn't beating properly. And she's still adhering to the request of the special prosecutor, even though she denied the special prosecutor twice because of this very heart surgery. This is a woman that risks her health all the time for proclaiming a message that she feels has been given by God. And yet, this special prosecutor believes that she's involved in bribery of political officials who don't even fully endorse her political agenda. It doesn't add up. And this arrest is for what? That she will destroy evidence? First of all, she's in no condition to. Second of all, even if she told a church official to do so, that goes totally contrary to anything her lawyers, a practical lawyer, a normal lawyer, a smart lawyer, would tell her. The lawyer would say, don't touch anything. We will take care of everything because we're here to represent you. It doesn't add up. The same for when Father Moon was indicted on $7,500 of tax fraud. It doesn't add up. Even if you can make the case that Mother Moon, Holy Mother Han, is a religious leader who's somehow playing all the members of the Family Federation and playing them with requesting huge amounts of donations so that she can live such a lavish lifestyle, and she's bribing political officials with handbags. Father Moon didn't pay just $7,500 of taxes? If he was really a corrupt guy, wouldn't it be thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions in taxes? I mean, Donald Trump was accused of not paying millions in taxes. Was that true or not? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. But we see this ignorance in who these people are, and it's wrapped around other things like politics and the former administration, which unlawfully declared martial law because, ironically, the Liberal Party was, he said, allying with North Korea, which for Family Federation members is like, oh my gosh, yes, we established a car company there. Oh my gosh, yes, please reunify. Not with communism, of course, with democracy, not with communism, because if you know anything about the Family Federation, it is the most anti-communist church you can find, which then people say, oh, well, maybe that's why they're supporting the Conservative Party. But they do not support reunification of North and South Korea. It's just total ignorance, I feel. And it brings such sadness to my heart. Because this woman, who I love, I respect, I follow her teachings, it's heartbreaking to see. But what did she say? What was her message to Family Federation members? She could have said, oh, stand up to the special prosecutor and stand up to the corrupt government of South Korea. She could have said, pray and pray and donate more and pray and donate. She could have said, my situation is very bad right now. Please help me. She didn't say a single word on any of those type of subjects, on any of those lines of thought. She said very clearly, do not worry about me. Pray for your family. Pray for the unification family, and pray that God's will be done in the world, just as Father Moon said when he was convicted unjustifiably. You can read about it in the book Inquisition, very famous book called Inquisition, published in the 90s. He said the same thing. Do not pray for me, pray for America. And I pray for Korea. The special prosecutor is not some evil man. He's ignorant. The government in South Korea is not evil. They're ignorant. The former government of South Korea, despite their illegal actions, which deserve rightful impeachment, they're not evil. They're ignorant. Ignorant of what? That God is a heavenly parent. That no one on this earth, no human being can, will, or ever own this land. Any land on earth. God is the owner. And God wants to see unity. Tungil, as so many unification, family federation businesses are called, Tungil. And I just want to do my best to follow her words, to go with a determined spirit, to not wallow in the sadness that I felt all of yesterday, but to go forward with a determined heart, to have relationships which are completely Christ and true parents and God centered, having every relationship centered around attending God as a heavenly parent, and to do my best to unite my mind and body, to step by step purge sin, to experience a full rebirth, step by step, day by day. Father Moon always talked about unite your mind and body, leave no sin in there, and as Holy Mother Han said, to pray that God's will be done. By who? By us, the people. Thank you for watching. Hope this is informative, and I stand with Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, Holy Mother.